To visit all the 62 villages again, we packed all screws, bolts and tools in our backpacks and started the journey. Wai Village, situated a little bit above the banks of Karnali River. The first family which we reached, Mr. Chandra Dhaami. They don't have their own house, it collapsed in the landslide. Now they live in an abandoned old municipality office. Their whole world is in just one room. They were so happy to receive the advance stove. Mr. Kaliwan, Nepali. Mr. Chandra. Near Mr. Chandra's house, we saw people converting paddy into rice by the traditional way. Mr. Bibek Giri. He lost his parents very early in life, left studies, went to India, did odd jobs, now returned and works as a farmer. Mrs. Bika. Their kitchen, they have this type of stove. It consumes so much wood. Wherever we went, so many came to check out the new type of stove. They were so excited and asked for a stove for themselves. Mr. Sagune Nepali. Very poor family facing severe starvation, also his wife is pregnant. Then we started moving towards the next village named Jera, the lead told. Just before that, we found some local bananas at a house. They were very delicious. Mr. Mansoor Bika. They became so happy to see the new stove. They immediately started to make something in it. They kept on using it outside the house till late evening. They were surprised to see this type of stove which can be used anywhere. It's enclosed, that is why wind has no effect on it. Mrs. Rejana Sunar. Grandmother Hutu. Her nephew taught her how to use this stove. Mrs. Chapu Bika. Her husband left her and married someone else because he couldn't get a son with Mrs. Chapu Bika. On this side of the world, people do so many bad things in awe of a son. Mr. Mullah Kadara. Extremely poor family. Then we started to move towards the next village. On the way, we saw a tree full of oranges. Mr. Tuljan Giri. Due to smoke in their kitchen, the whole wall has turned black. Mr. Kamal Nath. They don't have their own house, resides in an abandoned and old house. Mrs. Jina Nepali. One of our daughter named Satkala is disabled. Her height didn't increase. After these many years, she is alone and unable to find a partner. We made her life somewhat easy. Now she has to find and carry very little firewood. Mrs. Jeki Nepali. Her husband passed away. Now she resides with her 5 nieces and nephews. Mrs. Baduri Nepali. Very small house, extremely poor family. Mrs. Durga Nepali. Mr. Puri Bika. Suffering from respiratory disease. Mrs. Dankala Bika. Her husband is an alcoholic. He doesn't come home often. Kids and family are in a very bad state. Mr. Bishagar Mahatara.